drugs can cause a condition that paralyzes the stomach. Winds News Time, 11:51. Traffic and transit on the ones with Karen Stewart.
Well, they just cleared the northbound Van Wyck disabled at Roosevelt Avenue. Let me tell you, it's a good thing. We are packed on the northbound Van Wyck and Roosevelt. From back before the LIE, we are packed. There are some delays southbound, but northbound's really nasty. Both directions of Van Wyck near Roosevelt also have construction. You believe it? And 2 center lanes are blocked there, so that's adding to these Van Wyck problems. Both directions of the Van Wyck at Atlantic Avenue, of course, we've got construction. 1 lane down until 2, and we're a mess into Atlantic Avenue, over on the Van Wyck, on the northbound and southbound side. Northbound from Rockaway Boulevard, southbound from way back there at the Kew Gardens interchange. It's very heavy into Atlantic Avenue right now. We're also tied up on the eastbound side of the Grand Central Parkway to Springfield Boulevard. From back at Utopia Parkway, it's backing up to Clearview, trying to get on the ramp to the eastbound Grand Central. And the eastbound LIE is jammed right now into Bell Boulevard, the Clearview, right around there. From back at Main Street, that is volume plus construction. We've got alternate side of the street in effect today, citywide. We're sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Our next report is 12:01. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide.
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark, Bob.
Injuries can come out of left field. Call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of your New York Yankees.
1010 Winds, AccuWeather, the forecast. Meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Going to be a good one this afternoon, especially if you like sunshine, pleasantness, low humidity, and a lack of heat and a lack of severe weather. We got all of that this afternoon as our high reaches 82. Then a clear night tonight, 67 in the city, 50s for most suburbs, just past the full moon. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. Another nice day. Humidity creeps up just a little bit, the high 82. It's definitely more in play on Friday, and as a disturbance moves in from the west, it will generate showers and a heavy thunderstorm. Watch for localized flooding, the high about 80 for Saturday. Back to some sunshine and lower humidity. The high 82 should be a nice start to the weekend. Mostly sunny, 75 in Central Park right now. The humidity is at 38%. The wind northeast at 10. Repeating the current temperature, 75. We're going up to 82 at Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time, 11:53. Bloomberg Money Watch coming up.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering?
Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world. Turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
From town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are advocating for what's right. We're working to increase affordable housing supply and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Switch to My Plan from Verizon and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV on us with eligible phone purchase and Unlimited Plus. A value of up to $449. Head to Verizon today. $449 value applies to NFL Sunday Ticket season 23-24 only. Additional terms and embargoes apply to NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube. No refunds.
Right now, 75 degrees with sunshine going up to a high of 82. Low humidity, another nice day out there. Winds News Time, 11:56. Time for Bloomberg Money Watch with Leslie Lotto.
Thanks, Kevin. U.S. mortgage rates are up, putting the brakes on demand for those looking to buy a home. Mortgage Bankers Association data today also said that home purchase applications were down to the lowest in nearly 2 months. After the Teamsters, now could it be Amazon and their own network of drivers? UPS's biggest customer could be next on the picket line. Amazon drivers only make $19 an hour. Senior UPS drivers will now be up to about $49 an hour. Teamsters have been stepping up pressure by picketing outside Amazon facilities. The market takes a hit, down 246 points for the Dow, S&P 500 down 53, and NASDAQ is down 321. Bloomberg Money Watch, 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Leslie Lotto for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Drowning an IRS dash.
A good home security system.
WINS, WINS-FM, and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
75 degrees with sunshine in the city. A few clouds around. Patchy clouds throughout the afternoon as well. Low humidity sticking around. A high of 82 tonight. Clear. Low of 67 in the city. 50s in some of the suburbs. Copy of yesterday. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Angela Loria is our service aide. Dan Berman, Sarah Milano, our writers. Justin Schrager is at the editor's desk. I'm Kevin Rincone. All
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good afternoon. 75 degrees and sunny in Manhattan at 12 noon. I'm Linda Lopez, and here's what's happening. The city announced that college students from NYU, Columbia, and CUNY schools will now be helping migrants file their asylum claims after they arrive in the city. There will be a memorial service in the West Village this Saturday for the professional dancer who was killed after voguing with friends at a gas station in Brooklyn. Governor Hochul takes the next step toward making the Interborough Express, a light rail project in Brooklyn and Queens, a reality. WWE boss Vince McMahon has been subpoenaed after allegations he paid millions of dollars to women who accused him of sexual misconduct. And a day after a lawsuit against Lizzo went public, Beyonce drops Lizzo from her tribute to great women in her concert performance last night. 1010 Winds, AccuWeather, sunny today, just a few patchy clouds, low humidity, a high of 82 degrees in the city today. Winds News Sign, 12:01. Let's get our check of traffic here.
Expressway and the Cross Island Parkway. So over at the Hudson River, as we check things there, we've got a delay inbound at the GW Bridge of 15 to 20, an outbound George wait of 35 to 40, an inbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnel wait of 10 to 15 minutes now. No. We are jammed on the Deegan and other direction trying to get to 95. It's a combination of construction and volume on 95 trying to get to the outbound George, and alternate side of the street is in effect. We're sponsored by Hint Water, delicious fruit-infused water with zero sugar or dyed sweeteners. Hint is water with a touch of true fruit flavor, available in stores across the U.S. or delivered to you at hintwater.com. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The city is enlisting help from NYU and other college students in the city to help migrants file their asylum claims. Ann Williams-Isom, Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services, says the students stepping in to give the city a hand include students from NYU, Columbia, and CUNY schools.
Giving their students the chance to volunteer as application assistants. These universities are providing the students with an ability to earn credit for their time helping at the center. That's real-world learning experience.
The students will help the asylum seekers navigate what is often a complicated process. A Queens man is now under arrest for allegedly killing his mother and his brother, whose body was found in a garbage bag. 40-year-old Roscoe Danielson is facing 2 counts of murder after his brother, Kyle Danielson, was found back on July 5th, stuffed in a garbage bag with a puncture wound to his back in a home on 104th Street. The next day, a 58-year-old woman was found dead in her home, also on 104th Street. Danielson has now been charged not just with murder, but criminal possession of a loaded firearm, concealment of a human corpse, and a slew of other offenses. There will be a memorial service for O'Shea Sibley in the West Village this Saturday. Sibley is the professional dancer who was killed after voguing with friends at a gas station in Brooklyn in what's being investigated as a hate crime. This comes as GLAAD reports a rise in violence against LGBTQ people across the country. Our Glenn Schuck is in the West Village.
The memorial service for O'Shea Sibley set for 6 p.m. It'll run till at least 10 here at the LGBT Community Center in the West Village. We spoke with their Deneen Robinson.
We need to be in collaboration with communities to make sure that wherever queer people are, wherever Black people are, that they are able to live freely and experience joy in all spaces. And
cops in the 70th precinct still searching for the teen who killed the 28-year-old Sibley, who was dancing professionally in Philadelphia and here in the city. In fact, murdered, his friends say, for being gay. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM here in the Village.
4 families have been left without a home after a 3-alarm fire overnight at a multi-family building in East New York, Brooklyn. Firefighters responded just before 3 this morning to the fire on Essex Street. Thankfully, no one was injured, but FDNY Chief Tom Curo says families will need to be relocated.
We do have the Red Cross here. They're taking care of some families that do need relocation services. We've cut utilities to the building. And we'll have a presence for a while here as a watch line, just to make sure that everything is secure.
The FDNY saying there it's remaining on the scene until it's safe to leave. Westchester County is now taking steps to get rid of an invasive species of lanternflies that can cause damage to parks and wooded areas.
New York's Department of Agriculture considers Westchester to be infested with spotted lanternfly. The invasive sap-sucking insect from China threatens fruit trees and others like maple, poplar, willow, and sycamore. Westchester County Executive George Latimer says it's going to be difficult to eradicate this bad bug. They're trying to mitigate the destruction.
Along the trails and along the highly used, more active portion of the park. If we can deal with it in those areas, we'll keep it to some degree at bay.
The Parks Department is identifying outbreaks and evaluating non-toxic sprays. Special canines follow their noses to egg clusters. Workers with high-powered backpack vacuums suck up the swarms. You're invited to help exterminate this tree-killing pest. The nymphs are black or red with white spots. Adults are moth-like with black spotted wings that have flashes of bright red. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in White Plains.
Governor Hochul announced her pick to do an environmental review for the Interborough Express, the light rail transit project that would connect parts of Queens and Brooklyn to 17 subway lines and the Long Island Railroad. The job will go to WSP USA, Inc. Hochul says it's a big step forward in the project, which she says will significantly reduce travel times within and between the two boroughs. The MTA says up to 7 out of 10 people served by the project will be from communities of color. Former President Donald Trump has been summoned to appear in court in Washington, D.C. tomorrow after being hit with another indictment, this one related to the efforts to overturn the 2020 election. And Trump's lawyer, John Lauro, is pushing back on the indictment, saying it's politically motivated and an attack on free speech.
This is the first time that political speech has been criminalized in the history of the United States. It's the first time where a current president is using the criminal process to attack a former president on policy issues.
The former president is facing 4 felony counts in this indictment, including conspiracy to defraud the United States and conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. It also accuses Trump of trying to exploit the January 6th attack on the Capitol in an effort to stay in power. WWE boss Vince McMahon has been served a federal grand jury subpoena and had a search warrant executed on him last month. It's the latest in an ongoing investigation into allegations that the boss paid millions of dollars to women after being accused of sexual misconduct. The WWE also says McMahon went on medical leave after major spinal surgery on July 21st and says that he will remain on leave until further notice. McMahon is not currently facing any charges. Greece is offering a free vacation to tourists who had to flee last month's wildfires.
Greece has promised a free week on roads next year for all tourists whose vacations were cut short by the wildfires on that island. Some 20,000 tourists and locals fled the flames in what officials say was the biggest evacuation ever undertaken in Greece.
That's correspondent Elaine Cobb reporting. Officials say more than 30,000 acres of forest were burnt to the ground on the island of Rhodes. Wins News Time, 12:09.
The biannual blowout is just a week away, and we've got a lot of work to do.
Keenan's Rug Emporium is rolling out a Labor Day bonanza.
Have that flat-rate shipment coming
He needs 10 new sales associates as the crowds loom large.
Someone run a stock check on all the Moroccan 8x10s.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply. COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first.
So wait, you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them.
Get to know them how?
We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better or our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Wins News Time, 12:11. Let's get our check of traffic and transit on the ones. We head over to Karen Stewart.
We still have this down traffic signal in Linden, New Jersey, northbound on 1 and 9 at the Bayway Circle. The right lane remains closed there. It came down several hours ago. All directions of Route 17 near Mountainside Road in Mawa. We have a multi-vehicle crash and a fuel spill, and all lanes on 17 both ways at Mountainside Road in Mawa remain closed. Water main break that started yesterday on Route 202 both ways at Hillside Avenue, Bedminster. All lanes are closed both ways on 202 there. Long Island, we still have a disabled vehicle on the westbound LIE, the Seaford Ocean Bay Expressway. Now, poor guy's only on the shoulder, but sometimes it slows down into the area, just to let you know. And then if you're taking mass transit right now, let me just get to the right thing here. We've got a lot of subway delays. Brooklyn bound make that 2 and 5s are delayed with track maintenance. Both directions of the 6s are delayed because of track maintenance. Bronx bound Bs and city bound Qs are delayed with NYPD activity at Prospect Park. The Brooklyn bound 4 and 5s in both directions of the AC and Fs are running with delays as well. Alternate side parking is in effect today. Our next report at 12:21. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The Mega Millions jackpot is over $1 billion. Order official New York lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Use 18 or older to order lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Residents of New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369.
And let's get the latest on our 1010 Wins AccuWeather forecast. Here's Joe Lundberg.
Looking beautiful outside right now with sunshine, just a few fair weather clouds, and that's going to be the case this afternoon as we reach a high of 82 with the humidity remaining nice and low. Overnight tonight, mainly clear skies, about 67 for the city, 50s in some of the cooler suburbs. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, and it looks dry for most of us, maybe well north of the city tonight at 82. Friday, though, I think everybody's going to see a shower and a thunderstorm at some point throughout the day. Could be some localized flooding concerns. The high on Friday near 80. For Saturday, though, we dry things out. Partly sunny skies, lower humidity, the high 82. Mostly sunny, 77 now in Central Park. Humidity about 38%, the wind northeast at 10. Repeating the current temperature, 77. We're going up to 82 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
And coming up on 1010 Wins, if you're free, the night of September 15th, you could spend a night in Gwyneth Paltrow's guest house. We'll tell you how next.
Empire Square Group LLC has an opening for the position of Chief Financial Officer in New York, New York. Job duties for the position include training new hires on the business operations and related software. Certified public accountant license is required. Salary.
Cars and trucks speeding past you at 40, 60, or even 80 miles per hour. As they pass, the giraffe pulls you off balance and drags you toward moving traffic. This happens to road crews every day on the job. We put our lives in your hands, so put yourself in our shoes. The New Jersey Department of Transportation reminds you to stay alert in work zones.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? There's Squirmy today. Or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Wins News Time, 12:15. Looking to get away with an Oscar winner? Gwyneth Paltrow has listed her Montecito, California guest house on Airbnb. The catch is that it's for one night only, September 15th.
This is our guest house. Wood-burning fireplace, lovely little bar, the bedroom with nice high ceilings. This is nestled right in nature, so you can come and have a zen moment with lots of light and fresh air.
Some of the other amenities that come with the booking include Goop products, of course, access to a sparkling pool, and a personal welcome from Gwyneth herself. She says she may even have dinner with the lucky vacationers. Get your calendar reminders set. The booking period begins on August 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific. California's lieutenant governor and some other California officials are asking Taylor Swift to postpone her Eras tour shows in LA this week as a way to stand in solidarity with striking hotel workers. The politicians signed an open letter to Swift saying her tour will make the hotels money as the striking workers are fighting for a living wage, and saying many housekeepers and hotel workers can't afford to live close to their jobs, and some sleep in their cars and risk losing their homes. Swift is scheduled to do 6 shows in LA starting tomorrow night. A day after a lawsuit against Lizzo went public, Beyoncé fans noticed something was missing at last night's concert.
Beyoncé left Lizzo's name out of her tribute to female greats in her performance in Foxborough, Massachusetts, after 3 of the rapper's dancers sued her, alleging weight shaming and pressuring them into participating in sex shows in Amsterdam. Beyoncé repeated Erykah Badu's name instead.
That's correspondent Deborah Rodriguez reporting there's still been no comment from the representatives for Lizzo or her production company. Well, fewer and fewer Americans are going to church.
The percentage of Americans in their 40s and 50s who attend a church weekly has fallen to 28%, down from 41% in 2020. That's according to a new survey from Arizona Christian University. Gen Xers are busy raising kids, working demanding jobs, and caring for aging parents. Many got out of the habit of going to church or religious services during the pandemic and haven't returned.
That's correspondent Jim Crisula reporting. And this has just come into the 1010 Wins newsroom. The jury has recommended that the Pittsburgh synagogue gunman be sentenced to death. This is the gunman who stormed a synagogue in Pittsburgh and killed 11 worshipers. The sentence as to whether he would spend life in prison or face the death penalty has come down. He has been sentenced to death. Well, Greece is offering a free vacation to tourists who had to flee last month's fire. Correspondent Elaine Cobb reporting. Right now, the blue whale holds the title for the heaviest animal to ever live, but that might be changing. Scientists have dug up fossils from an ancient whale from Peru, each vertebrae weighing over 220 pounds, and its ribs nearly 5 feet long. The findings were published in the journal Nature today and says the fossils are 39 million years old. So you've probably heard of the Great British Baking Show, but how about the Great British Beer Festival? It's underway across the pond.
Cheers, what are we drinking, lads? So much suds, such little time. And among the different varieties on offer are a few dozen from the U.S. Peter Harkins from the Backbeat Brewing Company outside of Boston, among the Yanks over here serving up their brew.
The fact that I'm over here and not only mingling with people that love my beer, but also mingling with other brewers and learning how they do English beer as well, and then taking that back with me. That's what I'm loving about this.
Spread across this vast venue are 30 bars serving up over 700 different craft beers. At the Olympia Exhibition Center, Tom Rivers, ABC News, London.
The station you know, the people you trust. 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 77 degrees and sunny in Manhattan at 12:20. I'm Linda Lopez, and here's what's happening. The city announced that college students from NYU, Columbia, and CUNY schools will now be helping migrants file their asylum claims after they arrive in the city. Police are looking for the man behind 2 muggings at 2 different subway stations. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Queensborough President Donovan Richards are speaking out about the crackdown on street vendors at Corona Plaza. A small breakthrough last night in the stalled talks between studios and the striking writers in Hollywood. And reports say that Hassan Minhaj is the leading candidate to become the new host of The Daily Show. 1010 Winds AccuWeather. Sunny today, just a few patchy clouds, low humidity, high 82 degrees in the city today. Winds News Time, 12:21. Let's get our check of traffic.